morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Hold on, close the windows. There we go. I feel like I have to yell over the windows. Like, it's not hot enough yet to put the AC on. It's nice to have the windows open, but it's so muggy. Like, I know I'm gonna need the AC here in just a little bit. But so yeah. Anyway, we are back into the school season, and I wanted to start kind of going back to thrift stores a little more often. And so today I'm hitting at least two. I also want to hit the one little antique place I like to go to that has a silent auction. So I'm going to go through there. I think they just ended theirs last week. So this week they should have new items. So I'm really hoping there's some really cool stuff. So yeah, so that's the goal and plan for today. So I thought I'd take you guys along with me. Let's go do some treasure hunting. At least that's how I look at it. Like, you never know what you're going to find. But so I'm really looking forward to going out today. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So let's go see what we can find, if anything. And if not, that's fine too. I'm fine just window shopping for today. But I definitely want to get a cold brew coffee today from Wawa. That is definitely on the agenda. So let's see how that goes. All right, be there in just a sec. Alrighty, here we are. Let's go inside, see what they got. Also need to check the color of the tags this week just to see what items are half off. Okay, as usual, I have the volume turned off because of the music, but a little bit of a voiceover. I'm not going to talk the whole time just because that could get annoying, but I'll interject from every now and again. How am I just now seeing these pink pineapple pillows? Oh, that was kind of cool. This made me think of my mom. My mom, like, loves rabbits and stuff, even though they do eat her flowers, which is really unfortunate. But it's such a cute pillow. Decent artwork. And a couple pieces here I thought were interesting. This piece that I zoom in here in a second, very odd. I've never seen anything like it. And sweet little pictures here. One of the dogs is kind of fun. No, turn it up. Turn it sideways, Hallie. I realized later that I had to turn it back the way it was. They had such a huge glassware selection. I was trying to film in here, and when the workers came up, I was like afraid they were going to tell me I couldn't film. And she's like, "You should look down here." And she was showing me these plates that she thought were really cool. It's kind of funny. All these little teddy bear and heart bowls. I left them behind. I don't need them, but I just thought they were really neat. They just felt like a little vintage to me. I don't really know if they were. The shelves are really full today. Look at everything. And let me know, like, when you go through my videos, like, if there's anything that's, like, pops out at you, like, oh, that's something I would buy or something I collect. Well, let me know. I'd like to know. If that wasn't a saucer, I think I would have bought that because I like that plate. It has this, I don't know if it was old, but it kind of reminded me of something that was like an antique plate. I noticed this Disney plate. I thought that was really interesting. And some people are really, really into Disney and Mickey Mouse, and well, that was Minnie. But yeah. I thought that was interesting. Their massive mug collection. Who doesn't have a massive mug collection? Over the years, I've just had to get rid of mugs because, you know, around Christmas time, you can get mugs for Christmas presents and all that kind of stuff, and they're fun. They're fun gifts to give and get. But after a while, at least for us anyway, our collection has been overwhelming from time to time. The little set was really cute. It looked hand painted. Some Corelware. So my film's a little fuzzy in here. I don't think I had it zoomed in quite right. I don't look at books very often, but today there's some books that just kind of caught my eye, so I just thought I'd just include them. Josh and I really enjoy, excuse me, tickle my throat. Really enjoy watching Bob Ross. We'll go through some evenings and just end the day watching some Bob Ross. It's so relaxing. Who grew up watching Bob Ross? I grew up watching Bob Ross and, what was the other show? Lawrence Welk. That's what it is, Lawrence Welk. This Old House Hour and what was that carpenter guy's name? Norman or Norm or something. What TV shows did you grow up on? I'm really curious. The Hardy Boys. I've heard of these. I've never read them. Are these any good? Have you ever read these? I left them all behind, but I thought they were really interesting. Interesting find. I do kind of wish I picked up this book. This one was kind of interesting. This Goodwill, fortunately, isn't too far away from me. So, I might go back and grab this one. That'd be fun to go through and read. I always have to check the purses. I don't think I got the price of this one on camera, but I think I did check it. It was $4.99 if memory serves. This just feels like late 80s, early 90s to me. It's very velvety. Sorry, I got trucks going past my house, so you might hear that. Very boho chic. There's actually a store in our mall that has like a lot of purses and clothing that look just like that. I don't think that bag was ever used. It looks brand new. If it didn't say for a baby, I can see myself buying something like that, but very red though too. I'm not a huge fan of red. So. It's funny, when I was standing here looking at all the purses, there was another girl to the left of me. She was taking pictures. I'm assuming pictures. I don't know. Maybe it was video as well. We both were there with our phones, looking at the purses and stuff. It's kind of funny. I don't usually find this aisle as exciting. It's like random bits and pieces. I think it's supposed to be a craft aisle, but just very random stuff. I thought this globe was vintage. They only wanted, I think, $3.99 for it. Yeah. I tried to look at here in a second, and I realized part the way through that it was upside down, so I do kind of go off camera and flip it back around. I was really impressed that the equator tape was still there. A lot of times, especially with vintage globes, that equator tape is gone and it takes the value away. But it didn't say USSR, it just said Russia, so I knew it wasn't all that old. Still a decent globe though. I like the colors in it. Some carnival glass. Feels like a punch bowl or a punch bowl base. I love their knick-knack shelf. It's so fun. There's always like a ton of stuff. I love this one little figurine. I was so tempted to buy him just because it looks so cool and vintage and fun, but it felt very Catholic to me, and I'm not Catholic. So I'm like, I left it because I felt like it would mean something to somebody, and someone's going to come in either today or this week and find it and just fall in love with it, and it would mean more to them than it would to me. So I did leave him behind, but I just thought it was so cool. At first I thought that was a real vintage little shoe, but I don't think it was. It felt like plasticky. Little bits and pieces. This little mouse was really cute. It's adorable. And then I noticed the salt and pepper shakers in a second. Oh yeah, I forgot about the little Christmas angel bell. She darling. Actually, I kind of want to go back for her not to. I don't need it. I don't need it. But I don't have that set, so I did get the salt and pepper shakers. I was trying to check and see if they were faded. They look a little light to me, but I think they were okay. Alright, next store. What do we could find in here? Hopefully something good. We shall find out. And of course, there's a truck going by as I'm trying to record. We get trucks coming down our road hitting the Jake brake. It's like, thanks, dude. Perfect timing. I do like to check the clear glassware because a lot of times I can find Pyrex lids that I'm looking for. And just there's certain pieces in the clear glass section that certain things I'm looking for. Didn't find any today, unfortunately, but and I was really fortunate today. There weren't a whole lot of people in the aisles when I wanted to film, so I was able to just kind of walk down and pan, and then I kind of go back and find different bits and pieces I thought were interesting, and just kind of zone in on them, zone in, zoom in. Same thing, same idea, but. And for once, these shelves were actually packed, and this Goodwill, as you can see, is still doing the color coordinated sectioning. A lot of the other ones have changed and they've switched it up, but I still like the color coordinated aisles. It's more appealing to me in my eye. This turtle reminded me of a plastic toy I had when I was a kid. That takes me back. I love these plates. I couldn't tell if they're vintage or not. I don't know what it is for me. Like, if I know they're vintage, then they're cooler. If you told me they were made within the past 2 years, I'm like, has to be vintage, has to be old. I don't know, I've got this weird thing in my head where it has to be old. It's interesting too, and I kind of zoom in later on some of the bags that are on the shelves. I've learned, especially at this Goodwill, they have lots of things in bags. If you pay attention and are patient and just kind of go through each one, you can get some really good deals. There was a while back, I can't remember what I got a bag of like candles, I think, for a really good price, and some were like these little Yankee candles, little votives. So I do kind of show you here in a few minutes or a few seconds. But I highly recommend taking time and going, if you don't usually, highly recommend going through the aisles and checking out the bags, because usually they're really, even if there's just one thing in there that you need, it's probably still going to be cheaper to buy the whole bag than if you're going to go to, say, Hobby Lobby or Walmart or any other place like that, because most of it's craft stuff. Like, most of it will be fabric or ribbon. Sometimes you can find like kitchen utensils, candles, what have you. I just thought this was so cool. Sorry, I'm busy yakking. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm looking at, but I thought this is really interesting. This like odd mosaic. Like, I like the little shards of pottery that were in it. Kind of neat. And here I kind of go over like the bags and stuff. And I'll be honest, I actually got this tip from another YouTuber. She would walk through and start picking up the bags and stuff and looking at them. And I never paid attention to them before. I never even cared. But now I try and go through and just see what's in there. And sometimes they're like only $3. Sometimes they're $10, but there could be fairly good stuff in there. Another good thing to keep in mind with candles, now it depends where you live. Where we live, sometimes the power will go out if we have a bad storm. And I like having a bunch of just cheap candles around, so if we need to light a room or whatever, they're just, even if they're not your color or your scent, sometimes it's just nice having a stash of them for when the power goes out. At least that's where my brain goes. I do think one of the bags I pick up here in a minute, one of the bags was priced at $14.99, and I don't know why. I want to see the bag again, because at the time I was just trying to get through the store. Maybe it was this one. How much are you? $4.99 for all these ribbons is pretty decent. This one was fun because right away those little plastic rings caught my eye. Oh, I forgot about these. I already have so much Christmas stuff, especially tumblers, glassware, whatever. And I was so tempted to buy these. They're a really good price. I think it was like $3.99 for 4, so basically $1 each. I like the oh, now I'm having regret. I didn't buy them, and I really should have. Why didn't I buy these? Oh, they're so cool. And these reindeer ones too. Okay, there's 2 here, and later on I find a 3rd one. But again, I didn't buy them. Oh, why didn't I buy them? See, and now I'm having regret. Like, I thought I'd feel better not buying them because I already have so many down in the basement, like I'll pull out in November. And now I'm kicking myself. I wonder if they're still there. Should I go back tomorrow? No, I'm good. I have plenty. This is a problem going back over my videos. I'll just make this video, and then I won't go back and watch this, and then I'll forget about them. All will be well. Okay, one thing I do want to quick interject here. I wish Goodwill would stop doing this. See this mug I'm holding? It's attached to the other one. They're attached by this plastic. You can't see the little plastic thread. And I almost had a heart attack because I almost dropped it. And they both almost went, like, you can't really see it, but I feel like my hand didn't grip it right. Anyway, I've had that happen a lot with teacups and mugs. Makes me nervous. That one little stupid plate kept trying to come with it. I just wanted to see the information on the bottom. See? There's the other one. There it is. Oh. And actually more of those glasses with the Christmas tree in the window. This little piggy was so cute. Like right away I saw its little face. I had to get close to it. That's a sweet little face. Oh, and this was so cool. I don't know why I like this. I didn't get it. I really had no need for it, and it was stuck. Get out. But it was porcelain. It had weight to it. It was glass. It kind of looks plasticky, but it wasn't. It was glassware. And in pretty good condition from what I could tell. Yeah, little portable lamp, underwriters, laboratories. I'm trying to see what that said. And Disney made in Japan, so it definitely was vintage. I'm trying to figure out where the light would go. Like I said, it was a lamp, but I don't know. Did the light come up through the flowers? I have no idea. Always a good day when you find Pyrex, but it was white, and I don't need this style, so I did leave it behind. It's an 023 1.5 quart. Is this the $14.99 one? I'm trying to see. Yeah, that one was $14.99. It's like, I couldn't tell why. Oh yeah, I got distracted by this little dish, so I don't think I zoomed in on the bag. Sorry about that. And these were actually tiles. Very tempting. I did leave these behind. These are very tempting. The big tile tray, like cheese cutting board. I loved it too because it still came with the two little, I guess, a knife and the spreader. There's probably a more technical term for them, but I thought this bag was a good deal. I, again, didn't purchase this, but for $4, he had all the wooden spoons. I think there was the spatula. Can't really tell what else this stuff was, but not a bad deal. I was seriously tempted to buy this little tin. Yeah, it's like the first gonna drop that. For only $2. It reminds me of when I recently got. But I'm good for 10, so I did leave that behind. I had a feeling I might regret that after I walked away, but I'm actually okay. Like, now that I'm seeing it again, I'm okay. Oh, these were so cool. I've never seen the, see? Look, the plastic thingies. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped them. But, anyway, the Corelware, I've never seen the lighthouses. Aren't they cool? These are so much fun. I love those. Try not to drop it again. $2 for one, not bad. And they had a decent set there. I think there's like 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So fun. This I almost bought just because it was fun. It definitely felt vintage, and it kept playing music, and I bumped it. I was like, stop. But it was really, really, I'm trying to think, what is that, 70s, 80s? I don't know, it could be 90s, I have no idea. Vintage glass bake mug. Look at those white milk glass mugs, those old ones. They have like a certain feel and look to them. Very satisfying. Stacks of stationery. I already have more than I know what to do with right now, but I still wanted to go through it and kind of show you guys. Each pack was $2.99, and I felt like that was more than fair. You go try and buy a card nowadays, like $3.99 or $2.99 for a card is a good deal. So for a pack of them, I think most of them were cards, but a few were actually stationery sheets. And it's really hard to find the stationery sheets. Back when I was a teenager, my friends and I loved finding them. We'd write to each other and send stuff in the mail. It was so much fun. No one does that anymore. I always say I should do it, but then I never do anyway. And real quick, just ending on this note with the records, I just wanted a quick show. They do have a bunch of records in here. I used to go through these a lot, but I have a huge selection right now. I'm happy with it. So I do quick kind of go through here and just see. It's I think a little bit of everything, don't they? Every once in a while, I have found some really good records at the Goodwill, but they always, usually the piles are so big and vast, I just get easily overwhelmed and like, forget it. I just want to include a little bit in here today. Okay, done at Goodwill. Now I'm right at the antique shop here. Let me show you. There's some really cute stuff out here. I always like looking, seeing what they have. Look at that cute little wicker desk. Isn't that darling? So sweet. The front display stuff is always really nice, but it's also if you can buy, which is nice. I'm not seeing a price on the desk, but just want to quick show you some of the things they have out here. Just really, really fun to see. It's always changing. I bet the person who displays all this has a lot of fun. Though I'm wondering if the vendors like rent out this space, or if someone like do this quick to the other side. A few more little items. quick head inside. I'm not going to show that silent auction stuff just because there's information on the tags and whatnot, but I'll show you a couple of my favorite booths that I like to go to. Ooh, look at these old books. Let's check these out. I can go in here and walk in, but I feel like I'm on display. It feels a little weird walking in the last section here. But what is the price? Oh, $10. 6 little bunkers at Grandpa Ford's. Those are sweet. Got Aunt Joe. Farmer Joel's. Cute. I love the little walkway in here when you first come in. It kind of like snakes all the way around, and it like goes off in different directions. It kind of reminds me of like Wizard of Oz and like the Golden Brick Road or whatever they call it. It's been so long since I watched that, but I just want to kind of show how when you walk through and what it looks like. And I was planning on playing this section a little bit faster, but I'm just gonna keep it the speed that it's at, so you can just kind of see. I don't know if this place used to be a grocery store, if it used to be like, I don't know what it used to be, but it's fun to walk around. But it's easy to get, the first time in here is easy to get lost because there's no rhyme or reason to where they have the booths. They're just kind of scattered. So I feel bad for the vendors in the middle because I feel like they might get missed. But this is next to one of my favorite booths. This little teeny tiny corner usually has some really fun stuff in it. This is one of my favorite ones. This lady or guy, I'm not sure who runs it, but they usually have a really neat variety of glassware and decor, and they always have like sales. It's always like 20% off in there, which is a smart way of selling, I must say, because you always feel like you're getting a good deal. It's really tight in there. It's a little bit challenging to get everything in here, but and some for Pyrex. Still some basic pieces, but it still makes me happy when I see Pyrex. Another little side booth. This is becoming one of my, I haven't bought anything from this vendor, but this booth always has been catching my eye recently as well. So this might be one of my other favorite booths. A little bit of country thrown in. There's some vintage items. It's a healthy balance. There's another one around the corner. Now I'm going to my favorite one, I think. Yeah. I love this booth. Oh my goodness. Like, she's got the whole middle section there. She really makes the most of the space that she has. I know for sure this is a lady because I've met her once before. Just in passing, but like every little thing is displayed like beautifully and perfectly. I just like every little thing has been put there on purpose, and it's just such a happy little, it was my little happy corner. And every time I go, it's different. Now, again, I don't go every week, but I think just about every time I'm there, she's there. Like I saw her around the corner. I think she has another smaller booth. It's funny because she will kind of decorate for the holidays as well. So she's got a few Christmas things out, but with Halloween around the corner, she does have a few items, kind of autumn-like, Halloween-like. Look at all the little details, the fun little things, and things I think she just puts together. Like, oh, I just love it. I just love it so much. I really should spend some time to do a whole video in her booth someday. Someday I'll have to do that. This cat was funny. Well, that's it, guys. I only bought 2 things, so I'm not really going to do a huge outro here just because I don't have a haul here, but I saw a lot of really, really cool things today. I was so tempted by a lot of it, but trying to watch my spending right now a little bit. But let me quick show you what I got. 1 second. I got the little salt and pepper shakers because I do collect the or Amish butter print. It's not Amish butter print. It's a butterfly gold pattern Pyrex and some of the Corelware. And I don't have the salt and pepper shakers. I really don't need salt and pepper shakers, but I thought for $4 that wasn't a bad deal. And then I got, which I didn't show, I don't think I showed when I was walking around, but I got this really cute Christmas Ziggy cup. It's pristine. The paint is so shiny. It's like it sat in somebody's cabinet for forever. It says 1980, so this sucker is old, older than me. So really happy with that. I'll add it to my Christmas collection. That's so cute. I've never seen that before. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.